Yo, what's going on, everyone? Welcome back. It's like we're back in the family cookout. It's been a minute. It's been a long time. This is Walking 90. Um, of course, we will have our first episode of Black History Month. Happy Black History Month to my fellow people of color. Um, Also, on top of that, I don't. Ev, you already know the running joke. We call this Happy DEI Month,
Yes.
Happy Person of Color Month, Happy Acceptance Month, everything like that. But we are back. I haven't said that a lot. But joining me on the show as always, is my co-host on the ones and twos is Ev. How are you doing, homie?
Good. Just trying to make Shirley Chisholm proud.
There you go. There you go. And let me make sure I give this man his proper introduction. Is my homeboy. Is the one that only the right back that can do it all. The guy that has drove a dagger in my heart. They gave us possibly the best meme of 2023 when I looked in the camera while I was hugging him after Henny Derby. It is the one, the only, the newly married Mr. Stephen Payne. How are you doing, my good man?
Thank you for the intro. I'm doing well. Good to be on the show.
Yeah, man. It's of course. It's a pleasure to have you on, man. And let's get all the good stuff. Well, not all the good stuff. Everything out the way first, man. Like you have been probably one of the hidden gems that has now became a staple in USL League One. You started off your career in League One with Richmond Kickers, then that transformed into you going to Fort Madison. Now you're at Westchester FC. For you, how has this journey been, and like this process of coming from like playing over in Portugal, then coming over here? Like, how's that all been for you, man?
Yeah, it's honestly been a blessing. When I was over in Portugal, it was a really good experience. But towards the back end of it, I kind of felt like I was losing a little bit of my love for the game. Um, and so coming to Richmond, coming back over to the States, kind of just like rejuvenated me a bit. And just getting to play in front of all the fans and how the community and everything was just so welcoming. And then over to Madison as well, and now in Westchester, building something from the ground up is just exciting. So yeah, just looking forward to continue this run. So it'll be fun.
Yeah, man. So I gotta ask you, man. Like, since you've been up there, up in Westchester, yo, like, have you had a good New York slice of pizza yet? Like, what's the go-to pizza order?
Hey, we're still dialed in preseason, so I can't have pizza right now. But maybe after a good win, then I'll get down there. But I
There you
definitely
go.
got to try some.
There you go. I feel you on that.
Yeah.
So I want to go back because you started at Richmond, you went to Forward. How's your development within League One helped prepare you for this sort of vet role that you are now going to be facing at Westchester?
Yeah, vet role makes me sound so old, man. I don't know how I feel about that. Everyone's calling me.
It's
No,
all
but
skill. It's all skill.
it's good. It's good though. No, but yeah. I mean, when I started working with Darren, he definitely helped me my development a lot, and with Matt as well at forward, and just trying to transform me into the right back that they know that I can be, and yeah. So now just moving over to Westchester, just building on that, and just growing and like attacking and defending, just trying to do it all, just to continue to just grow in that role. So yeah, I'm just looking forward to the season for sure.
Yeah, for real, man. You guys, well, obviously you guys are a new club up there, man. But I'll answer this question first. How is it going into clubs that are established, been around in the community forever, and making that transition to a club that everything is new? Like every day is the first.
Yeah.
How is that, transition for you? Because you went from a really established club in Richmond that's been around for 30 plus years. Then you go to Fort Madison, they've been around for 5 plus years. Now you're going to Westchester and they've been around for 5 months. Like how has that been for you?
Yeah, it's definitely it's been fun, honestly. Like the staff from Dave, our head coach, to Simon, the director, and up to the ownership with Mitch. They just been doing things super professional right from the start. So it's made it honestly pretty easy to transition. Anything that the players need in terms of recovery services, just like giving us food after training, and just like so many different things. Transitioning into like moving into the apartments and traveling and everything has just been like so easy from the jump. Obviously, obviously as a club for the first year, so it definitely has its challenges. But they definitely show like they want to be a staple in League One right from the jump. So it's just fun, like to be a part of the process and like kind of like building something from the ground up. Like I've always wanted to like be a part of something like that. So just trying to bring my experience from the past 2 or 3 years and over to Westchester now.
I guess we can call it somewhat of a regional rivalry. I guess with Portland, Portland Hearts.
Yeah.
How are you looking to help develop more of that kind of rivalry, or even that type of just
Because you
camaraderie?
got experience in it breaking hearts.
Yeah, yeah.
So
Yeah, I know we don't like to talk about it, but no, it's
we're gonna get to that question too. Don't worry. But
yeah, no, it's I definitely I like the rivalry stuff between teams and just having that experience with the Henny Derby, being on both sides of it with Richmond and with Madison. So it's definitely something that we want to implement here in Westchester, up north here too, and kind of just like create that identity of a club. It's obviously it's something that's just going to grow naturally, I think, like with the fan bases and everything. But definitely it'll be fun to see how that develops over the year.
I'm so glad you mentioned that, because you have been on the both sides of the rivalry. What goes through your mind on those type of game days? Not even as just like a Henny Derby, but just like as a rivalry game. What's going through your mind? And now that you've been on both sides of it, what was it like in general, just to experience it on the Richmond side with those fans and experience it on the forward side with those fans? Because they're two different cultures.
100%.
It's both so much fun, and especially when you get into that environment where it's like we can drink beginning and we can drink at the end, but for those 90 minutes we are not friends.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, I think it's honestly just fun. Always those games just mean a little bit more. Just being on both sides of it, and like you can see, like the coaches feel it, the players feel it, just like the club and the fans, everyone feels it. So it's just something that's just fun to be a part of, and like I think it's going to be interesting to just see how that grows here in Westchester and kind of just let it kind of grow naturally. Like anytime they say it's a rivalry, like players just know like it's just time to go. Like it's honestly like playing for another championship. So it's just fun to be a part of those exciting games.
I gotta ask you, man, because I mean we talked about you played on both sides of it, but what was it like that first time coming back to Richmond, and you're like, are you kind of just like, yo, I don't know how to Red Armor going to anticipate me, or things going to turn out? Obviously, I mean, you balled out that day, so like, how was that emotionally for you?
Yeah, it was definitely emotional because it's like I played in that stadium so many times as a Richmond player, and then just like the fans on my side, and then just like going back, and it's just like the complete flip side. Like I'm kind of getting like mixed emotions. Some fans remember me, some fans kind of like calling me a traitor. So it's like I don't know. It's just like definitely a mix of emotions because like you get so used to playing on that field as a Richmond player, and then you're just not anymore. So it's kind of like it's like flipping a switch, and it's like crazy to kind of just like experience that for sure. Yeah.
So let me ask you this: like, did it take you a minute? Well, not for you, but like, did you kind of feel like the Madison fans? It took a minute for them to kind of warm up to you, being that you came from the other side. Of like, let's remember, like, you won the league title in their stadium and celebrated in their stadium.
Yeah.
So, like, did it take a while?
Yeah, it took a little bit, definitely. Okay. Like, I kind of had to like earn my stars a little bit. It was funny because like the first time they announced like all the players, like just like the first meeting with the fans and everything at Madison, they kind of like did like a little intro for all the players, and they were like, yeah, regular season 2022 champions with Richmond. And then a couple of people were like booing in there, and I was just like, oh my days, this is crazy. So yeah, it was definitely like an experience, and like I was just blessed to be a part of both of those good fan bases, and just like excited to kind of build that same thing here in Westchester. Like they got a good community here. So yeah, it's definitely going to be fun to see all the fans come out here and kind of build a little bit of that culture.
Have you got a chance to meet the supporters out there yet? Like, and grace yourself with them, or not yet?
We haven't had a meeting yet with the supporter and the supporter group. But yeah, we've definitely already been in contact and talked to some of them on social media, and yeah, they're looking forward to being allowed at the first home game in April. So
this is another question for you. I'm not going to call you an elder statesman because I got more respect for you than that. But you'd have seen this league kind of mature, right? You'd have seen this league go from where it was when you entered to now, and seeing 4 or 5 teams enter, but also we lost 2 teams.
Right.
As a player, and I'm pretty sure there's an ecosystem of guys that play in various MLS Next Pro and NISA and everything like that. Like, how does it feel to be in a league that is somewhat stable versus hearing it from other guys that can be in a league that's a little bit more volatile with, you might not know if you're playing a game this weekend or not. Like, how does that all shift your mindset, especially like financially or, now with you being married, how do you navigate those conversations?
Yeah, definitely. I think, especially at least on the soccer side of things, guys and players and coaches really understand that USL League One is, I think, a peg above MLS Next Pro, just because you're playing with older, experienced guys, that have played in all different parts of the world. And yeah, just to see the development over the course of the time that I've been in the league has just been amazing. Like, every year it gets more competitive, it gets harder. They're starting to recruit from more parts of the world. And it's just like, yeah, it's just crazy to see that, like, the league is just continuing to grow and like gain teams that really want to, be a staple of American soccer. So it's just excited to see it's exciting to see the league grow in this way, for sure.
Yeah, man. It is like covering this league since 2019. We'd have seen, like the Lansing Uniteds, the MLS teams, and then they drop out, and then more teams get added in, and see these teams grow and whatnot. And also, like, for y'all as the players, like, because a lot of you guys, like, this is it. This is where you guys become that star at. So, like, and this is always an interesting question, I feel like, for guys definitely y'all level. Like, do you ever have that moment of which, because I feel like this is a real question for y'all, but like, do you guys have that moment or have those conversations like, yo, this might be it for me? Like at 24, 25, 26 years old, where you're having to think like, yo, I can end my career here, go use my degree and make triple or double what I'm making now. Like,
right.
How real are those conversations being had as well?
Yeah, I think it's definitely real. Like, guys understand. A lot of the guys, have been and played college soccer, got degrees, and and just understand that they definitely can be doing something else. But just the experience of just playing in this league is so much fun. It's so rewarding. The relationships, the partnerships that you gain by playing in this league. You definitely carry it for a lifetime. So I think guys understand that there are going to be more opportunities to, potentially like go corporate later down the road. But, while we still have the opportunity to play, we want to just play as long as we can, until the wheels fall off.
Yeah. For real. I definitely feel you and respect you on that, man.
Yeah.
So let's kind of shift the tone right now because I don't want to bring it down too much. But, obviously out there at Westchester, you got a new head coach.
Yeah.
David Carthen.
Yeah.
If you could share with us, how was the recruitment pitch for him? Because it seemed like for Madison, you were better than you were 10 toes down for the Mingos, my guy.
Yeah.
And then it came out like, you're in Westchester. So how did that recruitment call go? But what also sold you on him? Like, hey, this is the next guy to help me get to the next level I want to get to.
Yeah, I think it was just talking with Dave and Simon. They were really nice, just talking to them. And just they sold me on the project of what they were trying to build here in Westchester. And also just my development as a player, because I think that I've definitely been growing throughout, my years in the league. But this was, the first time I was hearing that, Stephen, you can do more. Not just like, good job, just like we want to see you do more. We want to see you hit that next level. and see what you can accomplish. And I think that's kind of what sold me, and the opportunity and everything of the closeness of being, closer for my wife, flying and everything. It just made sense, like, coming to New York and everything. So yeah, I'm just excited to see what I can do on the pitch and see if I can, tap even more into the potential and grow more.
Yeah. So I want to touch back on a little bit, like, soccer growing in this country, like the expansion that we've seen from League One versus the stability of USL as a whole. Now they're adding, the W League and the Super League, and you're seeing more players want to come here to play. What does that mean to you as someone who started at Richmond, a very storied club, and now you're building a new club at Westchester? What are you telling these players that are like, oh, I don't know, kind of like touching on what Yogi was saying of like stability, but like, as just a fan of this game, what are you telling these people when they're like, whether they're approaching you or approaching the league as something new?
I would just say that it's continuously growing so much. Like, I can even look back to like when I was in my senior year of high school, going into college, and just like not seeing so many opportunities, especially for young players, to continue developing. Just not too many doors open in terms of professional soccer. So that's why I, had to take the European route, because I just felt like for me to grow and for me to be able to continue playing, I had to leave. And now it's like there's so many doors open, especially with the USL Championship and League One. There's just so many more opportunities now. They're starting to, involve academies now, like bringing academy players up, which is so many things that we didn't have before. With you said the Super League. Obviously, I have two sisters that play professionally as well. So just like soccer as a whole, the USL and just seeing it grow is just amazing, honestly. And it's definitely encouraging, because players don't have to leave the US to further opportunities.
Man, real quick, I want to pick up on that part you put on, like, your two sisters, because like, obviously there's got to be some sibling rivalry there. Like, do y'all send each other stats and be like, "Hey, yo, I had an assist this weekend."
Yeah,
what you do?
Yeah, we always have a little poke, a little fun with it. But yeah, at the end of the day, like, they know I'm the best, man. So there's not too much now. But for real though, it's just fun, like, seeing them grow and seeing them play. We always support each other, watch each other's games. Like, I was just watching Tony the other day, and Nicole's about to start her second season at Portland. So yeah, it's just fun. Like, they come out and watch me as well. So we just keep supporting each other.
So, and also, man, we want to say congratulations to you. You took a big step this summer, got married, everything like that.
Appreciate it.
So, I'm gonna ask this as a married man: did you have to convince your wife that, like, oh no, soccer is like my real job? Like, no, like, or was she already ingratiated into soccer and understands like the soccer lifestyle?
Yeah, well, luckily she's Portuguese, and they have a big soccer culture over there, so it wasn't too hard to convince her. But just dealing with the all the traveling to the U.S. and everything, that was obviously difficult, and it still is a challenge. But she supports me. She's my day one. I'm just grateful to have her by my side. So yeah, just hopefully we keep pushing along and see where it takes us.
Has she been over here yet to see you play?
Well, she's been to Richmond games, obviously been to Madison games, and now coming to New York after she gets her visa and everything. So she's definitely enjoyed her experiences with the league.
I'm pretty sure she shared this with you, but like, what was her first thought when she saw like the stadiums here in the U.S., like the little league stadiums? She was like, "Oh, this is soccer."
Yeah, it's definitely different from football and soccer for sure. But she's used to going to like Porto games, like the top level of European soccer. So for her to come and see like you know you know just like the USL and everything, it was definitely like a shock to the system for her. But she enjoys it. Like she enjoys the games. Like she always wears like the gear of whatever team I'm playing for and everything, and she always comes out and supports. So yeah, it's definitely it's fun.
Oh, right.
All right, so I have a question. So it's not lost on us that it is Black History Month, and we're just existing, kind of in this moment.
Yeah.
But we've never had games played during Black History Month on the U.S. Soccer schedule.
Right.
But you're seeing more teams do more Black History Month posts or activities, activations for it. What has been one thing that has been really cool for you to see teams do in February to make sure that they celebrate Black History Month?
Yeah, I think it's nice that the USL is paying more attention to Black History Month. Obviously, as an African American, it's important to just know your roots, know where you come from, and never forget the people that paved the way for us. So yeah, it's just nice to see the league posting more about it. They did a little post with me. I think it was the USL BPA last year with me. We did like a joint post. So it's just nice to continue to see the awareness for it, and yeah, hopefully there's something that we can do where we're able to play games. If the weather permits during this time. But yeah, that would definitely be fun.
Well, that would be something. Like speaking about like Black History Month and everything that, you're from Birmingham, Alabama, man. Like, how was it? How does a young black boy from Birmingham, Alabama,
Yeah.
becomes a soccer player? Like, that's the part that a lot of people might just go over their head, because you think Alabama, you thinking Iron Bowl,
Yeah.
you playing down there, Alabama A&M, Alabama State.
Yeah.
How did that journey matriculate for you?
Yeah, it definitely wasn't easy by any means. Definitely, especially when I was younger. But my parents, just always told me to be confident in who I am, and never, just think I'm less than anyone, and just go out there and prove people wrong. So I just always kind of had that chip on my shoulder. Both my parents are Nigerian, both immigrants to this country, and paved the way for themselves. So I kind of just learned that from them. That's just that hardworking. And yeah, just to continue that tradition. So,
do you ever keep up with the USL club down there, Birmingham? Do you just keep an eye on it?
Oh, 100%. Yeah. 100%. No, it's good. It's good to see Birmingham growing, and they're doing well, the club and everything. So yeah, I'm definitely happy for them.
Yeah. Well, definitely. I mean, we talk about 2022. The special Richmond team there, especially for me. You got one of the starlets from that team joining up there in Westchester, Jonathan Bolaños.
Yep.
How special is to see him come back to this league, and knowing that the injured and the star power that he has to be joining back up with him in Westchester?
Yeah, Jono is he's a heck of a player, man. Like it's gonna be fun to link up with him again. We had a good time at Richmond, and I already told him he's got to break that assist record that he has. So yeah, he's just been enjoying it too. We've been carpooling together and just been combining on the field again, playing together. It's just fun. So yeah, looking forward to seeing what he can do this season.
No, that's what I mean. I'm looking forward to seeing it, not against Richmond, though, but I'm looking forward to seeing it. Yeah. I'm gonna be honest about that one.
I feel you.
Yeah, like, so for you, man, like, obviously playing that right back position, what are some of the things that you do to prepare yourself throughout the week? Like, are you watching film, or are you doing like certain drills to prepare yourself to go up against some of these wingers that we see up in League One?
Yeah, I definitely have to prepare myself. Usually, normally the left winger is always the most dangerous player on the field. So it's always fun, just like mentally preparing, knowing that I'm going to have a challenge and I have to win my duel on the day. So yeah, it's fun. It's fun to to kind of just like get in that game mode and that mindset that I just got to figure out a way to win.
So, Yogi touched on it a little bit about when you went back to Richmond after joining the Kickers. What are you expecting from the Madison fans when you go back for the first time with Westchester?
Yeah, it's gonna be fun. Like definitely the same thing. Gonna be like a mix of emotions. I still keep in contact with some of the guys on the team, and talking to them and them asking how it's going and everything. Like those are friendships. Even with Richmond guys, like those are friendships that are gonna be for life. But they know when it's game time. I gotta lock in, and we gotta get that W.
Right. So I gotta ask you this question, man, because we're surely about to wrap up soon. Because you're a busy man. I don't want to take up too much of your time. So last season, July 4th, Henny Derby's being played. Probably the game of the season, right? Madison walks in with an undefeated streak. Richmond's down on their luck.
Mm-hmm.
You guys scored in front of Section O. I gotta ask this question, man, because I've been begging to ask this. You guys scored in front of Section O, going a long celebration streak.
Mm-hmm.
Do you believe that led to Chandler O'Dwyer having the chance to score at the end of the game?
OD, Chandler O'Dwyer, man. The guy got us. He got us good, man. Nah, you always got to celebrate, especially in a rivalry game. You got to celebrate. That's just like a part of the game. But yeah, that was a good game, and it's fun. I'm always happy for Chandler at the end of the day. That's my guy too. Yeah. But yeah, it definitely hurt us. That game, we wanted to win that one, but the chips didn't fall on that day. But I'll be back. I'll be back to get some points when we get down there.
Well, we'll see you, man. Yeah. We just want to say thank you so much for your time, man. We wish you the best going forward, good health to you and everything like that, my guy.
Thank you, guys. I appreciate you guys having me, man.
Yeah, man. Listeners, always remember to like, share, and subscribe. You can go to our YouTube channel, Walking 90. Make sure you share the info, and also give Stephen a follow on Instagram. He's a cool guy. So with that being said, we will holler at you guys later. Be easy and be safe.